April 1st, 2011. This is today's climate change update. I'm not going to pull any April Fool's jokes on you today. It's just too serious. I have received a lot of PMs here on YouTube with links to several stories on Fukushima. We are confirmed radiation in the drinking water, the soil, the seawater. The situation is far worse than they are ever pretending to let us know. So I am going to attach a lot of links down below if you're interested. Over to earthchanges.scott.net. Eruption creates new lava lake in Hawaiian volcano. Now this happened yesterday. Lava has newly erupted inside a volcanic crater that collapsed several weeks ago and hours before a nearby spectacular fissure eruption on Mount Kilauea. So Hawaii is definitely gearing up, and again we reported on that new fissure opening up a couple weeks ago. Spring storm battles New Orleans area. This was yesterday again, or the day before for this video. New Orleans is tornadoes, the whole southeast, all kinds of severe weather. Today it was Florida's turn. They had all kinds of crazy weather. A bunch of planes got flipped over at an airport, tornadoes, the works. Winter storm aims April Fool's Day punch at U.S. Northeast. A winter storm watch has been issued for eastern New York, parts of northern New Jersey, and most of New England, where much as 12 inches of snow may fall at the week's end, according to the National Weather Service. Time will tell. Story on global airline luggage. Whatever. Fiji region magnitude 6.4 earthquake today. Japan had another 6.2 earthquake, along with several aftershocks, of course, along that entire shelf. They've got another story here. Plutonium is forever. I have been doing business in Japan for 20 years, consulting for big and small companies, speaking at conferences, writing for Japanese publications, and helping both Americans and Japanese companies do business with each other. For years I flew to Tokyo once a month, generally in my role as a giver of bad news, which I could get away with as an American. Throughout those 20 years I've been astounded by the energy and discipline of the Japanese industry, and by its turgid impenetrability. For a country known for advanced technology, Japan is astoundingly resistant to outside ideas, as the current earthquake and nuclear crisis shows yet again. Crazy story. Floods in Malaysia, over 1,000 people evacuated, and the floods also forced the closure of over 23 schools, of which 12 involving 1,500 students. California drought officially ends after snowy winter. A drought that loomed over some California's most fertile farmland officially ended Wednesday after a winter of relentless mountain storms that piled up snow 3 stories high and could keep some ski resorts open until the 4th of July. Oh yeah, they've got a lot of feet. More than 61 feet of snow has fallen in the Sierra Nevada high country so far this season, second only to the 1950-51 when 65 feet fell. That's a lot of snow. World's deadliest volcano in Africa waiting to explode. The story comes out of London. Mount Nyiragongo, one of the world's deadliest volcanoes, is waiting to explode and turn Goma, a city of 1 million people in the Democratic Republic of Congo, into a modern-day Pompeii, a Roman town completely destroyed by a volcanic eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. But the scientists do not know when, since it's in the war-torn eastern edge of the Democratic Republic of Congo. The 2-mile-high cauldron of lava is also one of the least understood. Now apparently they went up and studied this a while before the political got too extreme, and they're worried about this volcano being very active in that one area. Europeans are going to get a space radiation storm warning service. International buffoons are meeting in Blighty today with the aim of setting up a European solar radiation storm warning service. With the suns expected to belch forth increasing amounts of bad space weather in the coming years, the scientists warn that billions of pounds worth of damage could be done to 2 satellites in orbit. Over to the extinction protocol. Death toll rises to 15 from flooding and landslides in Thailand. Australian lake fish kill mystify area residents. Dead mullet have been found floating on the surface of Terry Waterway for the second time in 2 months. I reported on this yesterday. Sierra Nevada region struggles to find homes buried under snow 3 stories high. That's a lot of snow. What's behind Bulgaria's mysterious quake swarm? Hills crash into the homes in Northern California. We're having a lot of landslides. And they've got another story, 101 hit by mountainside collapse. 101 hit by mountainside collapse. California's epidemic of landslide continues. I saw a story on the Weather Channel where I had a big landslide in Washington as well today. And then they've got the Northeast storm warning. And new fissure found in seismically troubled region of Iceland. According to the news, a new fissure has opened up in the south part. I'm just going to kill these names. It's not clear whether the fissure started to form, but it looks to have formed in rather recent time, years. But this fissure was discovered after snow and frost started to thaw out of the ground in the last few weeks. This new fissure is about 10 to 14 meters deep, and it is under the middle of the walking path that is in the area. It has now been closed for safety reasons, of course. Tourists and people are now traveling this area are asked to respect the travel ban in this area. But this is a deep fissure and it is unmarked and dangerous. This area is a part of the Hengil volcano fissure swarm, but it's on the northeast edge of the end of that fissure swarm that extends from Hengil volcano. News about this fissure formations, which picture use Google Translate. After all, it doesn't understand Icelandic, so that's why it's a crazy translation. Over to the RSOE. They've got some things up on Fukushima, of course. Radioactive substances, about 10,000 times the limit, was found in the groundwater around the #1 reactor. Radiation levels in a Japanese town outside a government-ordered evacuation zone has exceeded one of the criteria for evacuation. And radioactive iodine has been found in the ocean water near the plant at 3,355 times the regulatory limit on Tuesday. So these are some of the other things that are going on with the RSOE. The Disaster Alert Network. Unverified higher levels of radiation, Richland, Washington. DOH readings. Cannot verify unusual high levels of radiation on the DOH website for Richland, Washington. Something to look out for. Severe storms in Florida trap 70 people. Tallahassee, Florida on Thursday, several storms hit Florida, leaving 70 people trapped after an airport building at the Sun and Fun Aviation Center was hit by a big downdraft. They were showing that all over the news. There's the story, radiation detected in the groundwater 10,000 times, 6.2 off the east coast of Honshu, Japan. And they're saying the cost of this quake tsunami could top 30 billion or 300 billion. I think they're very short on that estimate. And what else do we got going on today? The official death toll for the Japanese earthquake tsunami is 11,362. U.S. detects low levels of radiation in milk. And death toll from widespread flooding in southern Thailand climbs to 13. So that pretty much covers it for today and kind of yesterday. Again, I'm going to attach a bunch of links below. Please do leave any comments on something that I've missed, or attach your videos to this one so we can kind of keep track of what's going on, because there is a lot going on right now. And I didn't even hit the economy or the political or the war front, so think about that. Enjoy while you can, everybody. Thanks.